What's up, y'all? This is Chamberlain, and I'm here with producer coach.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Mimi with Producer Culture, and today we got Chamberlain, famous for working with 2C, Murray, Little Baby, and Rick Ross. So, you've been in the military before. What made you leave the military to start making beats?
It's
The military sucked.
yeah.
You didn't like the military?
I didn't like it because it was like it wasn't for me. Everything does it's not for everybody.
So you knew your purpose. So around like what time would you say like you left the military? Like how did you start making the beats?
I was making them while I was in. Like I was going home from work every day, like just messing with it, like just having fun. My partners were freestyling on the beats and stuff, and then I started like really getting in tune with it from YouTube, like with the tutorials that was around at the time. And then after that, I feel like I kind of wanted people to start rapping on them, so my friends started rapping on them, and then people start sending me emails of people who was leaving their emails on like Twitter and stuff like that. So that's when I first got my song with Cinco, and then I just kind of took it from there serious.
Oh, okay. So did you have a background in music before? Like have you ever played any instruments?
I played the drums in middle school, like the snares, like percussion and stuff like that. I used to
Oh
take a
wow, I
drum
didn't
set
know that.
home, like
Really?
yeah, I used
Oh
to do
wow.
it.
I did not know that.
When I got to high school, I thought that shit was geeky though, so I stopped doing it. I should have
Definitely
kept
not.
doing it.
Definitely not.
Nah, band fire.
No, for sure. So how did you get like to making beats on YouTube? Like what led up to that?
I wanted to make some money. Like I seen that people was
Makes
making.
sense.
I seen that people was making money off of it. I was like, oh shit, they selling beats on YouTube. Like how that work? Once I found out how it worked, because at first I was selling it through just email. Like people email me and be like, hey, I want to cop this for $25, or I want to get this for 50. Back then I was selling exclusive for 200. So boom, selling exclusive for 200. Go get some Jordans. You feel me? Like
No, for
it
sure.
was just that's how it was. So I feel like when B-Stars came around, it was more organized rather than just selling it through the email. So that happened after the military, though. So it got better.
So how did you learn about like using social media with YouTube and like driving traffic towards your beat stars?
That's just what I was researching. Like that's really how it's been over the years for real. Because you had all this, you had SoundClick. They had to go through SoundClick to get the beats. Then they were using damn, what's that website? What is that website? It's not BeatStars, but it's another platform. I forgot the Air. Nah, not is it Airbit? Yeah, I think it is Airbit or something like that. It's some Airbit, I think though. But they was using that, and then now BeatStars took over, so everybody got a BeatStars. So it always had to be a funnel to get the people to go from YouTube to where they got to buy the beat, even if it was just going straight to your email. Like they had to go somewhere, but they was gonna use the beat off of YouTube. So that's pretty much it.
So you kind of taught yourself like social media, advertising, and insights and all of that.
I always been an internet type of
Self-taught,
person.
yeah.
Like whether it was Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, what was it, Bebo, whatever it was.
Is that why you call yourself like the internet producer?
Yeah, definitely. I feel.
I feel like you earned that title.
Me being honest though, like it was a lot of, trust me, it was a lot of producers. Like shout out to them guys too, because they really took over the whole YouTube lane. Like they got like 100,000 subs, 200, 500. But I feel like I was the most vocal about it. Period. Like,
Right.
I feel like I made people comfortable with being like, okay, I will sell beats on the internet and I'll be fine with that.
Right.
Or that's how they want to work. I feel like I was the voice of people who wanted to do that and made a lot more people wanted to sell beats on the internet after that producer grind interview. That's just how it was. That's why I got so many views. Because if you just starting out, people will tell you, oh, it's oversaturated. When it's not. It just depends on who work the hardest.
Right.
So that's how I feel personally.
So would you say that you'd rather like make beats at home and send out packs, or
Yeah.
would you rather be? Yeah,
I like being myself.
I feel
really
like being in your zone.
And then like when you go into sessions, like I work with my boys though, like producers that I know, like I work with them. But when you go into sessions with all these random people and stuff like that, bro, it take them so long to do beats, bro. Like it be taking them so long, and then it be like 4, 5 people in there, and then they all trying to add some. Y'all spend an hour or 2 hours on a beat. I don't even want to make beats no more. I don't want to make beats no more.
Yeah.
I want to go home now. Like I'm tired. Like in a 2 hour span, I could make 10 plus beats. But
Right.
if I'm in a session with 3, 4 other people, especially if I don't really know them like that, and we take 2 hours to make 2 beats, but I'm going home. Like it ain't no point.
Yeah, I definitely feel you. So, how long would you say it took you to start making money from this?
Well, when I first started YouTube, probably back in like 2016, when there wasn't that many people on there, I was kind of making a little money, but not too much. But man, I made my first. What was it? 2019. That's when I made my first 10,000 in a month off of YouTube. So that's when I was like, damn, this shit for real. Like
And just for reference, you started making beats back in when?
2016.
Okay, cool. So about like 3 years.
Not really, because I was in the military. I already had time. Like
Oh,
I had
yeah.
time. I had time, but like when I went on deployment where I had no internet, I couldn't upload nothing. So really, I ain't get to start
Like full time.
for real until 2018, mid 2018.
Oh, so a year.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, like just going straight into it. Yeah.
So when your first beat went viral, like how did you feel? And like around when was that?
I
Like when
felt
your
good.
first
It was
beat
the
go viral?
end. It was man. Really, nah. I'm gonna talk about the one that hit 2, 2, 3 million. When that was like November 2019, right around Christmas time. That's when I started seeing like, oh, because I was making sales like in October. I think I made like $2,500 through the month. So I was like, and that was just off straight BeatStars, probably off, so probably like 3,500 maybe. But in November, when I had that beat going crazy like that, that's when I started seeing that money. Like it would be almost fake. My phone would be sitting here, it'd be like $300, boom. Then like 2 minutes later, $300, boom, and I'd be like, somebody had to make a mistake, but it was two different people paying for the beat. So I would like it was some days I make like 3,000 in a day, like off of just selling beats and stuff like that. And it'd just be like, bro, what the hell is going on? Like I never made that much money that quick ever in my life. So that's when I felt amazing. I was going to the store, I was paying bills that I couldn't pay, like I was just doing everything. Like it was an amazing feeling.
Life changed.
Yeah. And I had another one the next month do the same thing. So I had two at the same time. So it was out of control. I was like 30 grand.
So what beat was that went
It
viral?
was Sky Red and Endless Pain. Those was my first two viral beats like ever. And they both was like at the same rate, 2, 3 million. But they was going at the same time. So it was just like YouTube was if you get a beat with 1 million views, period, then you gonna see a lot of traction. But if you got two at the same time, then man, you gonna be making
It's out of this world.
yeah, you're gonna be making godly amounts of money, like a month. And so that's how it is. But when you get established on there, then you don't even gotta do that. It just you got so many beats on there. People buying. I got people buying beats from 2018, 2019 still. So if my catalog's so big, like I got 1,000 beats on YouTube to choose from. So out the day, I'm selling something.
Right.
Something getting sold.
Every day something.
Yes, every day something getting sold. Like it don't matter.
Okay, so what do you think made you blow up so quickly? Like, did you use a specific strategy? Like, do you think it was the style of the beats?
Honestly, I just feel like it was strategy, cause I was doing all type of research. I tried to figure out what I was doing wrong, how could I do it right, and then I just put the work into the strategy. Cause you got a strategy or idea all day long, and if you don't execute, and then it's not gonna work. So I had to figure out, all right, how do I work YouTube? How do I conquer it? And then like put in the work to conquer it. I feel like that's why I blew up pretty quick, cause I definitely had the strategy. I did a lot of research on what I had to do, and then I just put the plan together and it worked in a year, probably less than a year, but definitely worked.
So you had the beats, the research, and the plan.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
So what, or should I say, did any placement like stand out more to you and why?
Man, really, my first two, for real. That's really what. Cause my first one with Cinco was basically it was called Godflow. That was like my first song ever. So every producer gonna remember the first song they ever produced.
Right.
Period. Cause that's when people was like, oh, cause I was making beats, people, and I was putting them out too. So people probably was like, oh, this nigga suck, or this, that, third. But it's different because I just was trying every day. But then the second one was that Boss Life one Offset and Lucci, because that's when I was like, that day when they called me, when they reached out on the boat, and then we was negotiating over there. That was the day I officially said I'm getting out the military. Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm gonna just chase the dream. Like, ain't no turning back.
So that's the day you decided you were a producer.
Yeah,
sure.
But the me going platinum off a single, that was a special day for me too. That was really a big goal of mine. So I was grateful for that. Gold, platinum, you name it. Like, it just didn't matter. It was a blessing.
That's dope.
I felt like that.
So what are your thoughts on like YouTube producers versus industry producers?
Same thing. Everybody get money.
Right.
So I mean, if you a successful industry producer, because I know people who claim I know producers that claim they might be better than but they ain't had a placement in years that's worth it to them. And then I know these YouTube producers who get into it and they getting their beats picked off of YouTube and they making hits. Like, I got 2 songs right now. I mean, quick saying, I don't know how RIAA work, but I know it's got to be platinum by now. So I have 2 platinum records off of 2 beats off of YouTube, 2 random beats off of YouTube. Like, come on, rather than just keep chasing artists. It's nothing wrong with, because I mean, you get a #1 Billboard or top 10, any Billboard top 100, it don't matter. Like, if that's what you doing, like, if you locked in the industry, then cheers to you, because that's, it's a lot of money in that. But at the same time, the internet producer still, like, you build artists from that. You gotta continue growing with music, and they go on YouTube for that too. So you need both sides. You need your industry producers and your internet producers, because it's gonna keep the music growing. So that's how I feel on that. It shouldn't be a war. Like, it shouldn't be no, oh, I'm better than you because I'm working with the industry producers, and it shouldn't be oh, well, I'm making this, that, and third, and you're not, you get paid. Like, everybody should be a team, but it's not like that. So that's how I feel about it.
No, definitely. So would you say that you make more money like on YouTube versus like actually, getting placements like with artists?
I felt like I used to, until I started, like, really, like, when I started getting paid for, like, all these records, I started getting big ass checks. So,
it just took a while.
Yeah, it just took a while. But, like, once I started getting them, I'm like, oh, hold on now, like, it's coming. So, I mean, it's good, but now, see, being in the game long now, like, I get paid every month from something. Like, It might be BMI, or it might be Create, or it might be song track. It don't matter. Like, it's something coming from every month, the whole year, and then I got YouTube every day on top of that. So
every day some money coming in.
Every day,
right?
You every day. So
what are your thoughts on building a credible brand as a producer?
It's big. I don't even care if nobody's seen your face. If you fire making loops and you build a brand off of making loops, and you known for doing that, then that's you need to do that. Like, you can't just really be behind the scenes for real. And you can be behind the scenes, but your brand can't be behind the scenes, if that makes sense. Like, you gotta be
up front.
You have to make yourself known somehow. Like, some way, somehow. You got to. It's very important. I mean, people made brands off of. You got people in UK or whatever, and they getting hella placements, and that's what they do. That's they brand. That's they known for being on these people projects, and you got some people who just killing it with the loop kits or tutorials, or a brand is important. It don't matter. Like, you gotta have something. You might not be the coolest dude, or you might not be the most flashiest, but none of that matters if you really, like, know what you're doing. So a brand is important though, for sure.
Definitely got to create a name for yourself.
Yeah, you can be the weirdest. Man, I've seen the weirdest producers be popular on Instagram, like, because they fire. They just know what they doing. They fire. They don't even show their face for real.
Sure.
So it's cool to me.
So who would you say has been like the most influential, like, teacher or mentor in your process?
In my process, man, I don't know. I learned stuff from a couple people. Like, I learned, like, watching videos and doing stuff, and then getting a manager. He taught me a lot. I learned from a lot of people, but I really didn't have no hold my hand, walk me through this person in this process. So I can't say nobody, because I had to learn everything from trial and error, which is why I teach people. Like, that's why I made so many videos, and I didn't did a lot of interviews and stuff like that to kind of help people try to tell them what to do. Like,
So you brought up helping young producers. So what made you like reach back and like help all these young producers? Because you know you sell guides, you teach classes. Like what made you do that?
because I was in a messed up position before, and I know other people are like that too, and they don't know where to go. They don't know what to depend on other than what they know they talent. So that's why I started doing that to help people because I needed help.
Would you consider it like a passion of yours? Because I see that you've taken it like so on forward now.
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. It's a hard task at the same time, which I try to get better at because there's so many people. But I'm at the same time I'm gonna try to get everything done too. So I take a lot of pride in it. I take a lot of pride in like people producers' opinions about how I help them or how I can get a service done for them. Like if I'm late on getting the service done, I'm gonna look out for them. Like I'm gonna do all that. So I take a lot of pride in it.
So what inspires you like as a producer? Like when you're making beats, when you're thinking of new ideas to do, like what inspires you?
Life. Whatever I'm going through in life, that's what I base it off of. If I'm lit, I'm making lit stuff. If I'm sad, I'm making sad shit. If I'm mellow, I'm making mellow stuff. I like trying stuff new. I like trying new genres. I've been making pop. I make EDM, like all type. I just like doing. I like doing a lot of new things. Like, and I don't even. Like, I don't go live as much anymore. Just because I'm working on these ideas, so when I perfect them, I can come back and be like, boom, here you go. Like, and they gonna be like, whoa, where he get that from? Like, it's a craft thing. So that's definitely what I've been doing and where I get motivation from and stuff like that. Some days I don't work. Some days I just take a day, watch
Take
movies,
everything
get
in.
my mind right. Like people be trying to make 20 beats a day. And this shit ain't healthy for you. You gotta take a break, go outside, go to the park.
Make sure your mental health is right.
Go
That's
bold.
important.
Do something.
So what's your advice to young producers or just producers overall, like that are using YouTube?
Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit and get your knowledge up, and do something to improve your YouTube every day. Got to do something every day. Something like because they'll be at it for like they'll get at it for a month or two, and then they'll be like, man, this ain't working. I'm done, or I'm gonna switch. Nah, keep going. Cause it's gonna take one video. It's like a song. It'll take one video for you to blow up and get your momentum going. Then you gone. That's what happened with me. I was doing all right, but when I got that one video to spark up, my whole YouTube took off, and that just jump started my career off of that one video. Boom, it was gone. It was over with. I was established off of one video.
Right.
I started making a whole salary off one video. So it was just crazy. So that's what I would say. Just don't quit. Keep going. Cause it took me a whole year to do that. For one video. A whole year. I'll be selling them, don't stop. It's not an overnight thing, bro. There's gonna be a lot of nights where you be like, damn, like, I need this, but you just gotta keep going. That's what I say.
So how did 2C find you?
YouTube.
YouTube? Keep going on YouTube.
Keep going.
Definitely.
That's what I said, keep going. I developed the whole sound for him off of YouTube. Keep going.
That's dope. So do you have anything that you wanna, tell producers watching this interview at home?
Man, don't quit on your dreams and work every day for real. A lot of this got to do with work ethic. Like you get in what you put in, so don't be scared to send that loop out. Don't be scared to try and experiment on something new. Don't be scared to send the artist a beat that you really don't hear them on because that could be your next hit. Like do what your heart tell you to do. Don't just be like, man, it ain't gonna work because all of the stuff that I done made that's been the biggest, I never thought it'd be the biggest ever. Whether that came from YouTube or the hits, the songs, like bro, you just never know. So just put everything out, send everything out, work every day. I mean, it don't matter if you make 2-3 beats a day, bro. If you multiply that every day of the year, bro, that's like 700, 800, 900 beats. That's a lot of beats, bro, for the year. So, and that's off of just 2 or 3 a day. So, don't burn out. Like my brother D Hill said, rest peace D Hill. He said, don't burn out. Like 2, 3, be done.
No, for sure.